Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex, if you're new, and I'm a Black creative. In this episode, we're talking about failure. Failures. Everybody knows that when you fail, it feels like shit. You feel like it's the end of the world. You feel like all of your work and time has been wasted on that failure, on that thing that you really tried hard at, and you just didn't get it right. But as time goes on, we start to realize those failures turn into a positive later on down the road. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about my top 3 failures since moving to Atlanta and how some of my failures from the past have actually gained me wins now. Let's get into it. One of the things that I've failed to do thus far since moving here is actually finding a job. Yeah, and here's why. I understand that if I work a job, if I find a job, whether it be call center, Starbucks, freaking Amazon, I don't know, I know that if something comes up as far as film and creative work is concerned, I will make my work a priority and not my job. So I have failed to find the job. The results of this failure: don't have extra money coming in, that's for sure, but also a positive is that I actually have more time to network, to create, to build, and I need to utilize that time. So the second thing that I failed at since moving to Atlanta is realizing the level of hustle and work ethic that everybody has in this city. Like me being from Nashville, I knew that I worked hard. I worked harder than most people I knew. I worked at work and outside of work. I hustled my ass off. But coming here, that's like nothing. Like I feel like I am not doing enough because I see counterparts around me going above and beyond that line. I'm so happy I moved because, I mean, you know, Nashville is great, but it does not have no type of hustle compared to the city of Atlanta. I'm just gonna put that out there. Getting out of my comfort zone is a positive that I got from that. Pushing myself to do more than what I was doing and to kind of get to that next level. Like if I want to be financially free and to get to the next level financially, I need to be able to maintain what I have now, hustle what I have now, and go above and beyond with what I have now. Now, there was one big failure that I have made since being here. I've been here about 3 months now, and there was one thing that I did that I really want to talk about and be very candid about so that you guys can kind of understand how to handle something similar if you're going through it. So, real estate. Basically, I had gotten the great opportunity of being a part of a real estate kind of internship type group here in Atlanta. It was a real estate investor who picked up me and 2 others to basically teach the ways of real estate. This was his first time doing this. So, you know, we all felt, and I felt, well, I'll speak for myself, I felt very honored to be one of those people to actually learn under this person and, you know, be able to learn the ropes of real estate. During that time, he taught me how to find deals, sell deals, JV deals with other investors. Like I learned so much in a little matter of like a week. What began to happen was that I'm an early morning person, so I will wake up at about 5 a.m., go work out, do some work from like 7 to like 12 p.m., and my half of my day is already complete. With this group, we would not start getting together as a group until about 11 o'clock or 1 p.m. By that time, I was already kind of done my part of whatever I was assigned to, plus more. And then when I show up to the office, I would be there for like maybe an hour or 2 and then like leave out and handle everything else that I need to handle in life because I've already put these hours in the morning. And so basically the group did not understand the way that I move as a person. They wanted me to be on their time all the time. I could not function waking up and waiting for a text message to figure out what I'm gonna do for the day. Basically, the conflict was the fact that they did not want me to make time for anything else in my life. They did not want me to make time for my creative side. They did not want me to make time for networking with anybody that I wanted. It doesn't matter if it was real estate or not. Like, they did not want me to do anything on my own outside of the group. I mean, I've done nothing but hustle since being down here. And so when new opportunities would come to me, you know, call me a fucking opportunist. I don't care what you want to call me, but I'm going to jump on it because it's beneficial for me in the future. So with that being said, I ended up having to cut off the group. I ended up having to separate myself from what I had agreed with the group. And for me, I think it really just came down to, like, the group think became toxic for me. Not that they were toxic people, it just became toxic for me and how I functioned. And I tried so hard to make it work, but it was like hurting me. I couldn't schedule meetings with anybody. I could not function as a great Alex that I am. It was not conducive to me and what I needed and what I came here for. So I had to eventually take the L, be like, you know, I gotta wipe my hands of this. So after that, I felt a huge failure as far as real estate, because I said I came here for real estate. I came here to change my life. And when that fell through, I lost a lot of momentum, you guys. Like, I got very discouraged. I got very sad that I put in all this work in this group and to study this skill, and I got nothing from it, you know? The group basically, I'm not even gonna blame the group. It was just that it just sucked. It just really sucked that I'm back to square one. And that was just kind of like what I felt at the moment. And then that next week, I kind of spent time with my family at Thanksgiving, and I was like, I had to regroup. I literally had to regroup. So that was a big fail that really kind of set me back in my self-esteem. It set me back in these YouTube videos. It set me back in a lot of my momentum and my confidence, being on set with people, like, what do I want to do in life, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, I could not allow myself to have a couple people disappointing me allow me to put my head down and cry and say that I failed. It is not a failure until you stop. I'm not at square one. I'm now strong enough to say, like, look, I know I gained a lot of information from being in that group. I'm so grateful that I was there even long enough to pick up what I picked up. So, story time. The reason that I'm able to bounce back from this failure so well is because I've seen my failures from the past turn into a benefit in the future. And this is like years ago. So I'm gonna be very candid with you guys again. And this is a very honest video. I'm not gonna say any names particular in this video, but this is my life, and I'm gonna just really talk to you guys about what has really happened in my life. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about how I actually failed in the past in order to be in the studio today. Because if I would not have failed on something that I thought was so amazing back then, I would not be in this place. I would not be wearing this sweatshirt, okay? Had to be about maybe 3 years ago now, where I was a part of, I had joined a small production company by the name of High Genius. You know, we created together, we did videos together, everything, you know, you do in a production company. I was like down for High Genius. I was like, yo, this is a company, like, we gonna make it happen. I believed fully in them. I believed in the brand. I believed in it. So I was like, this is what I'm pushing. Let's get it. Long story short, I was very just disrespected as far as just my time, my energy, my creativity. Everything was kind of like the other two creatives just did not respect who I was as a person. That was years ago, but basically I had felt so bad after leaving that situation. It was a very, very, very toxic situation that I had to leave, right? After leaving that situation, I basically, you know, did everything on my own again. I was, you know, videographer. I kind of put like my whole, like, I could be a producer thing, like, in the past. And I was like, you know, I'm gonna do, like, the Lavender company came, I did weddings, and I'm gonna just hire like one other person, and that's like basically what I'm gonna do. Fast forward to now, being at Kinship, you know, because of that, I have gained skills from that fail that I'm able to put into this place now. I never knew the purpose of that failure. I never knew it until like 3 years later when I'm here and I'm literally living what I said I was gonna do, and what I set out to do. And I'm nothing but grateful for that situation, even though it was some bullshit. I'm nothing but grateful for even going through that, because I'm now so confident in knowing that I can do that. That's the point of it. So when you guys are failing now, you guys are failing today, understand you are not starting at the bottom. That is a key piece for your succession in the future. A failure is a lesson. A failure is a promise to yourself that you are not gonna do that again, because you don't wanna feel that way again. God, the universe, whatever you wanna call it, teaches us in ways that we do not forget. And the best way for us not to forget something is for it to hit us deep. When we go after big things in life, we're going to fail big as well. And there's reasons for that. See what you failed at in the past and how you benefited now. The fact that you went out and tried it and did it and keep doing it and is still moving even after that, that says something, you guys. So one of my biggest things is just understanding that, like, look, creative and real estate are two things that like not one person has really done, has really like combined those two, especially being a woman, being black, having like cool hair. I understand that I have a mission to combine these two worlds and to be an entrepreneur, to be a creative, and to bring them together so that us millennials and the new generation, whatever generation that is, understands that there are options out there. You don't have to do one or the other. I am the bridge, so that's the walls I'm going up against. Trust me, it's whooping my ass too. That's my failure since being here in Atlanta. If you guys have anything that you failed at and you're like, damn, I failed at this, but this video has helped me. So if you all have any failures that you have experienced in the past or now, comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say about failures, and if you guys have gone through anything similar to what I've gone through as far as like groups are concerned, as far as your path in life and your ethics are concerned, comment down below. Let's have a conversation. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week in my next video. And yeah, peace.